Welcome to step number 5 of the Micro Zillion BraidsHairstyle. In this step, I will be showing you how to curl and seal the ends of your braids. The supplies that you will need will be plastic hair curlers. You will also need hair cutting scissors and a dry towel to dry the ends of your braids. We will also be dipping the ends of our braids in a cup of hot water. Before you begin curling and sealing the ends of your braids, I must explain the type of rollers that I have and also when dealing with hot water. So the type of rollers that I have are called cold wave rollers. And these rollers could be used to place on your hair while your hair is already cool or to help achieve a curl with hot water. So you have a little stretchy rubber piece with a plunger on the end that helps to hold your hair into place as you are curling your hair. Now for micros, I like to use small curlers because I like the ends to be more of a tight curl. The size of these rollers are 1/4 of an inch. You could even use 1/2 of an inch or an inch size roller if you like. The higher you go up with the size of your rollers, the more wide or looser your curl may be. Also, this water that I have here is just a cup of extremely hot water. I made sure that the water was already boiling before I transferred it to a cup. Now, when you are using a cup of water, you need to make sure that you have a handle on the cup that does not get hot. As I touch this handle, it feels very cool to touch because when you are curling your hair, and if in any situation you have to reach and quickly grab the cup of water, you want to reach the handle instead of the hot cup. So remember that the water is extremely hot and you have to be safe, and your safety is in your hands. So when you are dealing with anything hot, whether it's water or any other type of solution, you have to take the necessary precautions to make sure that you do not burn yourself. Be extremely careful and take your time as you are curling the ends of your braids. So now that we have our cup of hot water and our rollers, we're going to begin by grabbing a section of our braids and rolling the hair with the rollers itself. So the braids are extremely small, as you may know, because these are micro Zillion braids. So I'm probably gonna grab about 6 to 8 braids. And then you want to take your roller and roll the ends of the braids. Now from the distance from my root to the ends, I like to only roll up 1/3 of the way on the braids. If you roll up any higher, you risk the chance of the steam or the water burning your scalp or your face or your skin in general. So I like to only roll up the amount of hair as I go 1/3 of the way up the braids. So you just want to gather all of the braids till you get to the end. Grab your roller and you can place it either on the top or behind. So I'm just gonna place the roller here on the top, and then the tail end of the braids I'm going to roll around my roller. Once I do that, I'm just gonna roll up just a little bit more until I've achieved that bottom third of the hair, which is about there. And then you simply take your plunger and put it into the opening on the other side of the roller. And that is how you want to roll your braids with your rollers. So you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna roll all of your hair with your hair rollers, but for demonstration purposes, I will be showing you how you want to safely dip your rollers into the water to achieve your desired curl. So make sure that you have all of the materials out of the way so that you will only be focusing on your cup of hot water. So I'm just gonna move my cup here, and I'm going to position my dry towel in front of me so that when I pull my roller out of this water, I have a barrier of protection to make sure that no hot water drips on me at all. So with my towel here, I take my roller and I simply dip it into the water. Now, if you've rolled all of your hair, you could take as many as 5 to 6 rollers to dip into your cup of water. But you want to make sure that when you do that, you only insert 1 roller at a time so you do not splash water. So now I'm just going to go ahead and swish it around to release any air bubbles. And then when I pull it out, I'm going to grab my towel and use it as a protection from my skin and the hot water. And then raise the roller out, as you see there. And then cover up with the towel and dry. So you just want to squeeze all of the water you possibly can out of it. It may have some steam coming from it, but it should be comfortable to touch. So now that all of the water is out, you simply want to remove the plunger and unravel it from the ends of your braids. So once you've done that, what you could do is unravel all of your braids after you've dipped them in the water and then clean the ends, but I like to go section by section. So what I mean by cleaning the ends is that once I have dipped my roller into the water, I like to rake my fingers through the curls to release them and separate them. Once you do that, by cleaning the ends, you see that some of the pieces at the bottom kind of point in different directions, or they're extremely sparse with long pieces of hair. So what you want to do is just go ahead and take your scissors after you've raked all of the braids, and you're just gonna cut off the little bits of hair that's at the very bottom of your curls. The hair that doesn't quite curl, those are the hairs that you want to cut. So by taking your rollers and rolling them on your braids and dipping them into hot water, that is how you effectively seal the ends of your braids from unraveling and also providing a curl for your style. So now that you know how to roll your braids and dip them into water to achieve this curl, you do the entire thing over your entire head for the same exact look. In this step, I have shown you how to seal and curl the ends of your Zillion Micro Braids. Continue the same process over your entire head until all of the ends of your braids have been curled. In the next step, step number 6, I will be showing you the finished results of your Micro Zillion Braid style.